The TurboTick Web Trader is a Microsoft Silverlight application that is accessible from any browser window and can be run on any Windows, Mac, or Linux devices. It will also run on any Windows mobile devices. Once the credentials are entered and the trader is logged in, their default layout will load. Even though the Web Trader is browser-based, it has the ability to have all settings, Windows colors, and overall layout saved on the server side. This offers the advantage of always having your layout and settings load up the way that they were last saved, regardless of the computer used to log in. The first window that we will look at is the Equity Order Entry window. The order entry will provide pertinent real-time pricing information. It is also the window from which equity orders are placed. Once an order is set up, the pressing of the buy, sell, or short buttons will initiate a trade. Upon a trade being sent, the open orders will reflect in the Open Orders window, located here. So let's try one. We're going to do a buy of 100 shares of AT&T at $30 and buy. We'll see that now it's reflected as an open order. Once an open order appears in the Open Orders window, it will remain there until it is fully executed. Open orders can be canceled from this window just by clicking in the Cancel column for the corresponding order that you wish to cancel. You see, we press cancel and that order is now gone. It will still show up in our order history, however. One of the coolest features of the web trading platform is the ability to nest windows. What I mean by this is that users have the ability to add a window to another, and thus creating a new window that has tabs along the bottom of it, as we see in this Open Positions window here. For example, let's go up to Windows, and let's pull up this Buying Power window. So we'll see that when the Buying Power window opens, it is opened separately. If we right-click in the top portion of the window, go down to where it says Dockable, click that, we can now click, hold, and drag this window over the window you want to nest it in, hover the mouse over the middle square, and let go. We see that when we've done that, we now have a window with 4 tabs along the bottom, thus helping us save some screen real estate. If we'd like to pull any of these windows out of this master window, we can click, hold, and drag on the tab and drag the window out from it. Next, I'd like to demonstrate the ability to link windows, as well as create different link groups. To start with, let's look back at the Equity Order Entry window. In the upper right-hand corner of the window, there is a drop-down with color-coded letters. So we see right now it's set to green. If we click this down arrow, we have 4 colors, each denoted with a letter. If we wanted to link the Equity Order Entry window to a chart, which we see down at the bottom, we would just set those both to the color green. So if I come into the Equity Order Entry window and change the symbol to, let's say, Dell, we'll see that now the chart for the chart that's linked to the Order Entry window now updated. Additionally, if we go up to the watch list, which is also linked to the green link group, if we double-click on a symbol in the watch list, it will update both the Order Entry and the chart window, or whatever windows are linked to it. The next window that I'd like to focus on is the watch list. From this window, traders can create a list of up to 30 symbols, which update dynamically, tick for tick, in real time. The columns that are displayed and the order in which they appear can be controlled from the Properties window, located via the File drop-down. We look for the corresponding window that we want to change the columns in the order they appear, watch list, and you can change, add, remove, and change the order of any of the columns here. In this Properties window, you can also control things such as enable orders, enable confirmation of orders. You can also edit the candles of your chart window. The platform allows for traders to open up to 5 chart windows. The charts also update dynamically. By clicking on the settings window of one of the charts, you'll see that from the settings window you have the ability to change not only the symbol, but also the periodicity, the period, and the maximum number of bars. So we see that right now we're looking at a day chart for Intel. If I drop this down, we can change it to a minute, and period is 1, meaning we'll be looking at a 1-minute candlestick chart. We hit OK. We see that we have now created a 1-minute intraday chart for Intel. The next window I'd like to take a look at is the top list. The top list is a window which updates every 30 seconds and will provide the top 30 symbols for each exchange, broken down by most active, gainers, losers, net change, or percentage gainers or losers. This is a particularly powerful window when it is looked at in the pre-market. Typically, stocks that appear as being the most active in the pre-market will be symbols that have something happening with them on that day, thus providing a potential idea for a trade. This window, like the other windows we looked at, can also be linked to the group by clicking the down arrow. A double click on any symbol here will load that symbol into the other linked windows. Moving along, the news window. This window displays and scrolls financial headlines. A double click of any headline will open up a new browser tab containing the full text of the story. Headlines can be filtered by keyword or by symbol. So for example, let's say we typed in the word bank into the headline box, hit enter. It now only shows us stories that have come out related to banks, and only stories related to banks going forward will populate into this list. Finally, the option chain window displays all option-related information for the underlying symbol. Once loaded, all of the available expirations will appear along the top of the window. A secondary grouping of the options is done with 10 strikes at a time. If you wanted to place a trade on any one of these symbols, very easily, we double-click on the option, and you'll see that will load into the option order entry window, which you can then use to place a trade on this symbol.